Hi guys, welcome to a brand new episode of PSLE Maths Secrets Revealed. In today's episode, we are going to be exploring shapes, area perimeter, but actually it's just perimeter. So if you'd like to know how to solve a question like this that involves composite shapes, stay with me all the way till the end and the answer will be revealed to you. And without further ado, let us do our annotations together. Kim used two identical rectangles to form the figure as shown below. So we are referring to two identical rectangles, and it said that the perimeter of the figure is 112 centimeters. So 112 centimeters goes to the perimeter of the entire figure. And the question wants us to find the perimeter of just one rectangle. So you'll be wondering, how can I actually solve this question in less than 3 minutes, which is the time limit given to the children in Singapore as they tackle this question in paper 2. So how can I actually do this effectively? If you realize something, the length of the rectangle, we can state that is actually 16 plus b. Alright, so if you know this part here is 16, and since b is like sort of like labeled, or we can actually use b to represent the breadth of the rectangle. Okay, let me just change it to another color for the breadth. So you can see that the blue part is actually 16, the red part is actually b. So the entire length of our rectangle has got to be 16 plus b. Alright, 16 plus b. So what about the length over here? So right now what we're trying to do is to label the entire diagram. So this thing in purple has got to be 16 plus b as well. So if I'm using red color for the breadth, so breadth below, I have a b. Purple again, 16 plus b. And I will have a red color, b. And not to forget the b that is up here. Alright. So all in all, what we need to do is to find the perimeter based on our labeling. And usually how I teach my students is that I will get them to fix one reference point, which is this corner of the rectangle, which I'm going to use the green color dot to indicate. So I'll fix this reference point, which is this green color dot, and usually I will draw a stick man, okay, because the stick man's job is to walk around the entire figure. So if I go ahead and start to add everything up, I will realize that for the entire perimeter, for the perimeter of the entire figure, okay, let me just write it properly. So perimeter of the entire figure, it has got to be 16 plus b. Alright, 16 plus b actually appears a total of 4 times. Okay, why would I say that? So there is 16 plus b like over here, then below 16 plus b, 16 plus b here, and not to mention this 16 and the b. Alright, so 16 plus b actually will appear a total of 4 times. Okay, let me just write it down. Okay, I'm removing the circling, because just now I circled to basically give you a better idea of what this perimeter is all about. So 16 plus b appears 4 times. I will just write 16 plus b, bracket it up, and then I times 4. So besides 16 plus b appearing 4 times, once I have settled that part, actually left with 2 b's, okay, which is over here, below, and above. So 16 plus b, 4 times, and 2b. So if I multiply in, 16 times 4 is 64. I can actually use a calculator, given that this is paper 2. So 64 plus 4b, adding up 2b. And eventually, I'll actually have 64 plus 6b. So just a reminder again, the b actually represents the breadth of the rectangle. Okay, so 64 plus 6b, if it's if it's 112, the next thing I got to do is to find out what exactly is 6b. So 6b is 112, subtract away 64. Okay, so 112, if I subtract away 64, my answer has got to be 48. And from there, I can easily get 1b, the breadth itself, which is 48 divided by 6. So this is the first part, obtaining the value of b. So b has got to be 8. So if b is 8, and I know that the length of our rectangle is 16 plus b, so the length is 16 plus b, and since b is actually 8, it becomes 16 plus 8, which leads us to 24. So now, to find the parameter, I can actually make use of formula. Okay, the formula. So there's a formula, there's a nifty formula that I like to use all the time. So parameter is actually the length adding up the breadth of a rectangle, multiplying that by 2. Okay, this is one of the formulas. So length plus breadth, in brackets, multiplied by 2. And since the length of my rectangle is 24, the breadth is 8. If I add them up, I should get 32. And if I were to multiply that by 2, using the formula, our answer will be 64. Okay, let me just write it down. 32 times 2 leads us to 64. So just another caution, another word of caution. Sometimes in the exams, they like to give us the value in meters, but the ending part, they require the answer to be done in centimeters. So just be careful to see if there's a need to do any form of conversion. Alright, but if there's basically no conversion needed, it seems that we have found our answer. Guys, if you enjoyed today's video or you got anything out of it whatsoever, please hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Also comments below, let us know where you guys are tuning in from. That's always good to know. And finally, if you are new to this channel, and if you haven't already, remember, hit the subscribe, hit the notifications button. There's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year we are committed to making weekly videos to hold you accountable and to make this your best year in mathematics. But for now, this is Teacher Ray signing off. Bye bye!